I don't know what to call it. Because I don't know what to call it. It's her.
Yeah.
She keeps texting.
Stepfather. They called him the stepfather. In the tight-knit community of Lansdowne Station, Nova Scotia, on June 18, 2025, Daniel Robert Martel, the man who shared a home with Lily 6 and Jack Sullivan 4, made a startling public admission. For the first time, he claimed he had voluntarily undergone a polygraph. He asserted this to multiple outlets, telling the Canadian press on June 19, "I took part in a 4-hour interview with major crime investigators and handed my cell phone to police. Site turn search 3 turn search 5. As the province all but closed in on the unfolding tragedy, a pair of children missing since May 2nd in the dense woodlands of Pictou County, this confession was meant to be a breakthrough. But as the flicker of hope illuminated his words, so too did the shadows of what he'd not say. The backdrop is chilling. It has now been nearly 7 weeks since Lily and Jack vanished through a sliding backyard door, while their mother, Malahia Brooks Murray, and Daniel attended their little sister in bed. The RCMP now confirms their last public sighting was May 1st, captured on security footage in a nearby town.
I recorded it, but was leaving, and it got to jarring and bouncing too much, so I deleted it. But she's standing there with the truck door open, talking, grabbing about some people at work.
I was not griping.
And didn't even notice it. And then she put her bag in the back of the truck. And as she was fixing to step in, that's when she noticed it. And yeah,
Hey, Beck.
She said she loved
it.
Hey, Beck. Hey, Shelly. It was, like I said, she'd been wanting to put something on that side anyway, so.
I was wanting to put a passenger princess, but that is so much better the way he did it.
Beauty princess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Lisa.
The queen is better than princess.
They didn't have one. They didn't have one, so.
But I still like it.
But either way, it, it's the little things that count. It ain't the big things.
Oh yeah. And he knows I've been wanting to put something like that on that for months.
Yeah.
I love it.
Let's see what this nut job has to say for a little bit, and then I'm going to try to reach back out to Jack and Lily.
Just hours before the terror unfolded, Site Turn Search 18. The community's reclamation efforts have been relentless. Mountainous searches with binoculars, drones, helicopters, dogs, and downstream teams, scouring 5 square kilometers of notoriously rugged terrain, scarred by fallen forest and winding culverts. Turn Search 5. Amid the silence, only a single boot print on a pipeline trail. No trace of the children themselves. On the morning of June 19th, with the news bulletins rolling, Nova Scotia's Justice Minister Becky Druhan announced the province was activating its major unsolved crimes program. A reward of up to $150,000 for credible leads now hangs above this unfolding nightmare. Site Turn Search 3 Turn Search 5. That same day, RCMP pal Sandy Matharu, the major crime lead on the investigation, released a statement. We have a very coordinated and deliberate approach, analyzing a significant volume of information from national agencies, including the Missing Persons Center and the Canadian Centre for Child Protection, said he Turn Search 5.
Great news, Spectrum Internet customers. Now you can try Spectrum.
They're supposed to be out tomorrow, sometime before 1 or something other, to check on this internet around here.
There's traction, albeit slow, and investigators are preparing for a long haul. But whether this confession by Daniel Martel signals clarity or creates new questions depends on what exactly he admitted to, when, and under whose scrutiny. His claim of a voluntary polygraph emerged in a series of tenser than normal public comments in an extended June 18th YouTube clip, titled something like, "Daniel Martel shares more details," and now circulating with thousands of views. He described how he was asked directly, "Were you involved in the disappearance of the children?" Site turn search 8ing. He said he answered no, and that the result was good in my favor. Site turn search 5 turn search 8. But the clip does not show him answering the broader context. What questions preceded that, or what follow-ups were pressed? All of this raises questions.
Hey,
Was this
Nancy.
polygraph conducted by RCMP-approved examiners? Was it administered under the Major Crime Unit's authority? And did the result actually shift the trajectory of their probe? Daniel left out these specifics. Whether deliberately or inadvertently, we don't know. But for investigators, these details matter. We do know this much. In a June 13 Global News feature on the case, former Halifax Police Major Crime Sergeant Jim Hoskins said the use of polygraphs and the methodical nature of interviews indicate this has crossed into criminal territory. Site turn search 1. His assessment mirrors what many victims rife. An active Reddit subscriber put it bluntly. People act like the show abruptly, the confession abruptly, but he's a desperate man. His constant deflection to I-pass polygraph feels rehearsed, not emotional. Site turn search 1. Another wrote, "Very poor acting ability. I think he looked fishy to most people though." The operative word? Deflected. Instead of elaborating on potentially incriminating material like timelines or missing segments of footage, Martel leans heavily into technical sounding claims. Voluntary, 4-hour.
That is all bull crap.
On a gray June morning, under the thick hush of coastal fog, is the suggestion no one wants to say out loud.
Hey, Sabina.
Hey, Sabina.
We pretty much all heard Malaya's tale on all this. We know she said that, she was in and out of sleep. Heard the children in the next room, but she was so in and out of sleep. And that they were outside playing, but she wasn't aware of that. However you work that out. Well, Daniel said today that he was up at 6 o'clock and got the kids ready. That's how he knew what they were wearing. Neither side is adding up here. I think that what happened scared Daniel. And yeah, I do believe there's a third party. She did come out and say that her boyfriend spent the night that night. And that she just didn't know what to do. She ran to the car and just sat there for 45 minutes to an hour, Everything that he is trying to say, she's twisted it backwards. Everything she's tried to say, he's twisted it backwards. Neither one can tell the same line, not even one word the same. I believe wholeheartedly that Malaya did do something and that she regrets it dearly. But really, to tell you the truth, I'm not so sure that it was family to family that had the, ruckus out in the front yard that night. If the boyfriend spent the night that night and said that she said that she got home late, I don't see how that would work out with Daniel being there. So she's trying to crisscross it. She's going to start trying to use the word jealousy to try to get herself out off the hook, but that ain't going to work. Now she has gotten the baby and has left with a child. Her mother has full custody of that child. Everything that Daniel was trying to protect her from and shield her from any bad outcome. She just threw him under the bus. And probably the boyfriend. When she went and sat in the vehicle, I'm sure she didn't want to have to walk back in that house. That's why she left early that morning, got out of there. She may not know exactly where they are. But she may have, by this time, already had been notified. But they have found some children's teeth in a well on her old family's property. Now, a lot of these old wells that was used back in the early 1900s and late 1800s, whatnot, a lot of them are filled with that um, flagtide or whatever it's called. Anyway, it's combustible. Some caves you go into that has that, you can strike a match and it's going to blow you to pieces. If the water had turned and say there's a little bit of oil or anything in that well, that would deteriorate flesh. Not to say that's what's happened. But so far, they have just found some teeth. I think Daniel has been in every step of emotion that you could possibly think of. I believe that he does love Malaya, but in a sickening kind of way. He would take his very last breath still protecting her, and she just threw everything that he said under the bridge. I mean, the school bus drivers, the principal, these children were gone about a week before they ever even reported it. There's something about Lily says she kept drawing something on the wall. And I guess they got onto her. I don't know. But it was a face of somebody, whoever it was just drawing. I don't know. If they went through this much in the home, how much did they have to go through being taken out of the home? If a pillow was used and she came home late at night, no, Daniel wouldn't have heard no noise. He said he seen that glass sliding door was open about 6 inches. But he said just the day before or something like that, said that he tried to open it and he had to get something to help push it, the clip to get it to open. So that rules out the kids going out that door. There was a piece of her blanket in that little wooded area back there. Well, he messed up because he left one of his boot prints in the mud. And you grab a blanket and try to just tear it and see if you can do it. I know them kids sure can't do it. I can't do it. If they have kept digging yesterday and today and got anything more than just, well, they did say some bone. This discretion is advised. This is not for children. Period. If that well has that sulfate in it, it will deteriorate flesh. If they went missing a week before, like the school bus driver and the principal and everybody else in the public says, then that would have been about 7 weeks in that. And I'm going to describe something, and it's very graphic. A lot of you may have heard of it. A lot of you may not have. I've done sessions with this woman and her babies. And it is Shannon Watts. She was pregnant. She had 2 beautiful little girls, Cece and Bella. He killed his wife and 2 children, made the other one watch while he killed her. Stuck them in a oil tanker that the rim is only 6 inches round. Had to break bone to get them children in there. That crude oil is just like that sulfate. They were trying to get Cece and Bella out. And when they tried, their skin just peeled off. If this is what's happened, and they proved that it's them children's bones, or remains. There's going to be no hope for Daniel and Malaya and her boyfriend and her mom and probably her sister. Um, they all knew about it. There's no way someone can do that and keep it just only on their shoulders. They would have to take their own life to get it to stop. They always have to tell somebody. So whoever that one person is needs to come forth and tell what Daniel has said or what the boyfriend has said. There's no way under this earth that I could stand knowing, even if it was an accident, which this wasn't no accident, but if it was by accident and one of my children would have fell into a well and I would have found her hours later, I'd want to go on with my child. I would pray for the good Lord to take me on. It may sound weird, but this is the order that my belief goes in. The good Lord, my children, and then my family. In that very order. If she sat in that car for 45 minutes, she thought of something. She was thinking of a way that she could get out of that. And that was her way to run off, go to mommy. Left Daniel holding the candle, and probably her boyfriend. I don't know if them two worked together to do it or not, but I know Daniel would have. And I think that's his downfall. She's aggressive. She's bipolar. She's just not right upstairs, They've been on that old junk, and when they don't sleep for 3 or 4 days, and then got a bunch of kids hollering, you're going to lose your temper. And it just went too far. They can't nobody take back what's already happened. But we can dang sure let them children know that we're on their behalf. They've never shed a real tear for them children. There were one time I seen Daniel actually cry. One time. But it was during the time that he come back home, took his interview, and had been turned down from seeing his baby, if it's even his. People's going to have to start listening and doing things quicker. I mean, that's what they're supposed to be paid to do. If I mean, who even knew that she was a nurse? You know, didn't know that till today. This is a very bad situation that needs to be taken care of quick. They best find her and find her fast. I honestly don't know how Daniel is even dealing with this. But there's just something in me telling me that she is the aggressor. And the only way to do it quietly would be with a pillow. I've got 4 pages right here that states everything that they've said and have said and what Daniel and Malaya have said. I got it in the first few days, even about the boyfriend. I think so. Let me get back to these comments here. Sorry it took me a minute, guys, but had to say my piece and start off with, hey, everybody. And found out that, yes, she is on her own, baby. Yes, she is. Maybe they are one of them couples where they swap partners. I don't know about all that. I have never had a good feeling about her from the get-go. Me neither. She's on the run. She ain't talking now. Of course not. If they catch her now, even though that's her biological child, but the mother has sole custody, she's going to get locked up for kidnap. I mean, she may be too dumb to understand that, but that's what's going to happen. State's going to pick it up, and she's going to prison. So we'll already have one knocked out. Now we just got about 2 or 3 others to go. I have had a talk to my friend about Wells' case before this information. There are many old wells. My late dad is from Nova Scotia. I have family there. I still don't believe Daniel or the mother. They know some channels are in love with Daniel. Well, if they are, they're a fool. There's no evidence that the mother is on the run. Well, yes, there is, because there's a short clip up on Law and Crime where the detective and sheriff said that she had left early morning before daylight. I I didn't really know either, but yes, they are. I mean, yes, she is. Uh, what is that channel thing I watch? That law crime thing.
You watched two different ones.
I'll find it and put it up there. Yeah, Chris Watts is pure evil. That's awful when a human being can do that. Another human being. It's very sad. Yes, sad. Crime and shame. YouTubers are shameful to me. YouTubers are shameful to you? Watch this. Bam. How'd you like them green apples? Smarty britches. No, both of them did not fall in that well. All I know is that one of them is law crime something, and the other one it comes up like a courtroom thing where the judge is hitting like the little hammer down, you know. Uh, yeah, she's on the run. I pray that the good Lord will Wilson angels or grandmas and grandbabies, somebody that loves them children everywhere. If the parents is on drugs, they would give those children to someone. They should. I don't. Daniel said that, and the detective said that. Said that she was a nurse at the hospital, uh, but she didn't end up showing up for work. And her mother, said that the baby was gone. Yeah, it's true. It's true crime. Yeah, true crime something. You'll see it. There's got a thing where the dude's hitting the table with it. Um, if whoever that was there that said that they didn't like YouTubers, uh, then she should delete uh, any videos she's ever watched of YouTubers and take and throw her computer, phone, or tablet into the river and close her eyes with super glue, because no matter what you watch nowadays, it's going to advertise or it's going to be something from one of the platforms. And if she can't handle that, then I feel sorry for that woman. She shows back up here again, y'all take her out. Yep, she learned the magic trick. It ain't me saying these things. I don't have to prove myself no more. You're welcome here. I just do not tolerate any type of negativity here. As long as it's all positive vibes, that's fine. And she didn't even say it just toward me, but she said all YouTubers. Well, I'm one less she has to worry with now. And if she tries to come back, y'all take her out. Period. I don't want to see her or read her comment, neither one. She can get on there and find that law crime thing and watch it for herself. Well, Apparently, she don't want to do that neither because she don't like YouTubers. Dummy. Anyway, let's get back to business. So we know everything that he has said. She's overridden it. Now, well, the other day they mentioned that there was a piece of ground that they seen from the satellite. It was in a triangular shape that's been disturbed. Well, there wasn't nothing under there. They searched it. They looked. But walking up to to that little triangle, they found a ripped piece of Lily's uh, uh, blanket. So again, they're trying to throw people in the wrong direction. Whoever thought of the idea of looking on other properties that may be intertwined with his family or her family, well, you don't just find teeth in a well for no reason or bone. And they said it did look like a children's bones. Turo and Colchester Code 1 if you can get it. If I know what you're talking about, love. Are you talking about them crime things that I watch? Yeah, they said that wasn't so either. They said that he didn't work there for one day a week because of insurance. The boss said that didn't work. So we pretty much figured out how he makes his side money. Well, if you're wanting the law and whatever that law and crime, let's see, law, crime, and then let's say law, crime, chills, law, crime, twisted, law, crime, something else. There's about 3 or 4 of them. She ain't gonna mess up my show. I'm in too good of a mood tonight. And people that's new here, I think of you guys as family, JSP family. And people learn very quickly. I do not tolerate any type of negativity. It's rude for one, and it don't only just affect me; it affects my family. And kind of like in that song, you rattle a cage, the dog will get mean. I've had to do some magic tricks quite a few times, believe it or not. I've got the hang of it now. Houdini ain't got nothing on me.
Hey, Pamela.
Hey, Pamela. Yeah, they just trying to get me down and all this stuff. It ain't my fault because they don't know how to go on there and look and find stuff. And I'm not on there looking for stuff. Matter of fact, I watch my stuff, and then I watch that that ball stuff. And when it pulls up, and it says something about Jack and Lily or them 2 girls, children that were found or whatever, yeah, I listened to it. And they plainly stated that she left way up in the night, early morning one with the baby. I mean, I guess that was the mother that reported all that. because if something happens, she's going to be held reliable. Hey, Connie.
Loud, was it herself she was implicating? Was this guilt talking, or was it something more? Until this moment, Malahia had been silent, painfully silent. She hadn't appeared at the community vigils. She hadn't spoken at the press briefings. She didn't even show up to the May 10th candlelight gathering in Lunenburg, where local children read poems for Lily and Jack beneath flickering lanterns.
Oh, it reminds me. It reminded me of something. Somebody's. Well, they found teeth in an old well that was on her granddaddy's property. Then about an hour later, they said that they found some bone, and it did look like child bones. But now that could have been back from 1800s. You know, somebody could have lost a child back then, fell in the well. It happened all the time. But then again, do you really see Jack and Lily both falling in a well at the same time? If everything was quietly done with a pillow, like they said, and taken to that area, then that's how they both got in there. But with them saying does look like children's bones, well, that's have to do DNA through the bone marrow if there's still any of that left. Prayingly that it's not full of sulfate, because if it is, it'll deteriorate everything. But she ain't gonna get it now. She don't get no SSI or nothing else. Get a cell door slammed on her ass. About it.
Hey, Kathy.
Yeah. Well, I don't beat the bushes. I don't have a tree trimmer, so I tell it like it is. You know, I've been that way all my life. My mother told me one time, she said, "You know why you ain't got tons of friends running around?" I said, "Well, I probably can guess why." She said, "Because you tell things the way you feel it. And people don't like the truth." And that is a fact. They just don't like it. But ain't my daggum fault. It could be old bones. But again, if it has sulfate in it, I wish I could. Okay, I'm on this is just 100% what I'm fixing to do. Now, everybody that's here tonight and everybody that's watching in the back, because I know there's 6 in the back watching, be here tomorrow. I don't know exactly what time, because they said that feller would be here something other between sometime and 1, I think what it is, but I'm not waiting around all day. But anyway, I'm going to get a metal like a cross, like this right here, like this cross right here. I'm gonna get a piece of metal like this right here, and I'm going to put in it in a little glass. I'm gonna set my camera up right in front of it. I'm gonna put half 100% alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and half the rest of the half with vinegar, and that makes sulfate. And we're going to watch and see how long it takes before that metal crumbles away. So we're going to do that, just so you guys can get an idea of what it is if you get stuck up in a cave somewhere. That's how dangerous it can be. Or if a child is in an old well that's not been used in 100 years and there's sulfate in it, it'll show you everything. So tomorrow we'll start a little deal here to show you how all that works.
Hey, Connie.
Yeah,
Hey, Nancy.
yeah. Hey, Nancy, hey, everybody. I'm in Canada. She has to have a passport. Well, maybe her boyfriend's people or something. Now I don't know about up there. I I've got uh, relatives that live on reservation up in South Carolina. Myself, I got a cousin Hezekiah up there. He's got 3 daughters now. He's been married for about 24, 25 years, and he's got his family started. And uh, so I know what some of the rules are, but I don't know everything about it. But I do know if you're on the run and you can go and get on a reservation, well, they if it's cotton time, they can hold you there until authorities come. But even if you're in there already, authorities there can bring you back up to the gate and then hand you back over. They can't not hand you back over anymore. That was a mandate state law. It don't make no difference where you run. They can get you. But now she tried to do from uh up there to cross over to Maine, or something like that by whatever what is that? Uh a raft like thing. You can put drive your cars on it and whatnot, and it's pulled by a rope and a chain, and it pulls people over, and then you can go back and cross back and forth. You know what I'm talking about. But you still have to go through the check line regardless. So I don't figure she's gonna go out of state. But I guarantee you some of her family or the cousin or the boyfriend knows where she's at. But yeah, tomorrow will be a little science study here for us, for you to see what it would do. And then I will find a bone and that still has marrow in it, and we'll do the same thing with it. And you'll see how much less time that takes. Yeah, very strict because the government. You got relatives that live on reservation. Cherokee is a reservation. Yeah, sure is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, that ferry thing. But even once you get over here, like what is that, Michigan, where it goes in at, you still have to go through the borderline. Uh, Osprey, is that how you pronounce it? Osprey. That's cute. Osprey. You've crossed from Yarmouth Yarmouth to Maine. Did you use that thing there? That what she called it? Where you? Oh, you flew. Okay. Well, welcome, and if you like this kind of content with us nut jobs around here, feel free to subscribe. We'd greatly appreciate it. And if you got some crazy friends or family, or I could go through the list. dogs, cat, goat, whatever. Just give them a name and say, hey, look, we're going to subscribe. Huh? Hey, take this with me when you go, please.
Yeah.
It's about to get watered.
Because it's more ice than it is juice.
Okay. I know with Carney and all that has happened. You used a fairy. Yeah, okay. Nancy Boyer. Nancy, I like that name. This whole case has been planned, and whoever came up with it lacked sense thinking. Anyone with sense would fall for BS. Sorry, my opinion. You're right. You're right. I've always said, don't believe nothing you hear and only half of what you see. But the way I do it, now I can sit here and say all day what some of these people are saying. But the only truth of the matter is when I turn that spirit box on and I hear from them children, that's when it gets real. And them children, the female that helps them children speak, and that male that helps them children speak, I'm sure it's probably an aunt or uncle or grandpa or something such as that. They give good, straight up, direct answers. And you can set both them in a different area and you can still tell that it's them. Yeah, I do EVPs all the time. I've got 9,900 sessions under my belt right now. And I've yet to fail. We live in New York State. We crossed over all the time, just through the woods. They have too many different stories that makes no sense. You got that right. You're in Ontario. Well, you may not be far from Mimi Jean, and she's in not Hudson, but what's that other one? Where in the world? Let's see. Starts with an A or something like there. Yeah, we just family here, guys. That's just the way it is. She is from. Well, I forget now, but she's from up in there. Thank you, though. We listen. Yeah. What we've been doing is listening to some of their tales, whatever some of them are telling, and then we'll turn on the spirit box, and we'll ask them type questions. And if it don't validate the same thing that they're saying, then we know that's automatically a lie. I only get resources from the horse's mouth itself. I go off what I feel. I'm no psychic. I'm no medium. I was born a sensitive. And that's just that. I can't predict this or predict that, or none of that stuff. but it's easy for me to pick up people's energy. And about everybody here throughout the time they've heard from a loved one, heard their name called. Some of them's had every question they've ever asked answered. Hey, Paula, how you doing, love? You missed it. I had to pull a magic trick today. Hey, come in. Hope you're doing all right, love. Yeah, some girl come on and said, well, I guess it's a girl nowadays, you can't tell. Said, all these YouTubers are making me sick to my stomach. I cured her. Hey, two birds with one stone ain't bad. Like I said, Houdini, okay, ain't got nothing on me. And I'm faster than Houdini too. And somebody's aggravating like that.
Lower than ours. Because honesty is the best policy.
Beneath flickering lanterns. At first, the RCMP had asked for privacy. The family is cooperating fully and has been advised not to make public statements. But as the weeks passed and the search turned into a slow churn of dead-end tips and helicopter flyovers, her silence began to breed suspicion. Reddit threads speculated wildly. TikTok videos picked apart her last known movements, trying to spot a lie.
Be careful with that, love. People have got jumped trying to use a spirit box and whatnot. I know back when I was about 15, 16-year-old, we used a Ouija board, and I got jumped. And it took right at 9 years to get out from under that. It landed me in the hospital. I spent over 2 months in the hospital at various times. Please be careful dealing with the deceased.
There were rumors, unfounded but persistent, that she had fled the province, that she was under psychiatric evaluation,
It may
that
be.
she had tried to take her own life. None of that has been confirmed. What has been confirmed is that Malahia went offline entirely on May 3rd, just one day after her children were last seen playing in the yard outside the farmhouse on Gulliver's Lane. Her final post.
Wait a minute. Now she's saying the last time she's seen her children outside playing was over there on that old property. Now you see what I'm talking about?
Was a photo of.
Well, I believe she would go anywhere other than back to that trailer. Because every time she was to see that trailer, she probably couldn't even walk in there. Because she knows what's happened. She would see it, she'd hear it all over again. And this may be her way of avoiding it. But you can't avoid the inevitable. It just ain't going to happen. But why the last place seen the children play over there on the old property with the well, when claimed they was in and out of sleep, but they wasn't aware that they were outside playing. See, they don't keep nothing straight. They just keep on and on and on. Hey, Tanya, how you doing, love? You all right? Yeah. Mm. I got voice message from one of my best friends passed when I was up in Illinois. And I still got that on there. I won't ever get rid of it. Yeah. Yeah, they try to misdirect all kind of narratives. People want to hear what they want to hear, but they don't want to hear the truth. Yes, always. Yep. And a bunch more probably fixing to come up because we've been on this for a good while, and we hadn't jumped to any other lately. So yeah, we're going to be bombshelled when we get ready to start some more. That's for sure. No, this is mango, orange, and banana. Mango, orange, and banana. Hey, Johnny.
In her pink raincoat, one boot half off, grinning
Hey,
at something
Suddenly
outside
Sally.
the frame.
How you doing?
The caption read only, "They are my whole heart." In the weeks that followed, Daniel Martel, a 34-year-old freelance mechanic with a checkered history, and Malahia's on-again, off-again.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Sadly, windshield chips can turn into windshield cracks. But at least you can go to Safe.
Oh, hurry up and get off my cellular device.
Flexible payment options. Get it fixed now and pay later. Only at safelight.com.
Dummy.
Mechanic with a checkered history, and Malahia's on-again, off-again partner, became the center of scrutiny. He was vague in interviews.
See?
Neighbors described shouting from the property the night before the children vanished. RCMP confirmed that Martel was questioned extensively, but released. No charges, no arrests, just a man now living alone in a town that watches him like a hawk. But when reporters asked why Malahia wasn't defending him or denouncing him, there was nothing. No words, just more silence. That's what makes these 5 words feel so seismic. I should have stopped him. The cousin who received the call has not made a formal statement, but according to leaked chat logs, she told a friend she was sobbing. She said she kept seeing Jack's face when she closed her eyes. She said she knew something was wrong that day, but she let him take them anyway. That she didn't want to fight. A pause in the chat. Then,
I bet that's ass backwards right there. I bet she almost broke his soul in half to try to clean up her problem. And she don't give a damn about him. That's how cold she is.
I think she met Daniel. The media swarmed predictably. Tabloids printed her face alongside words like monster and mourner. Talk radio debated whether this was confession or trauma response. One Nova Scotia columnist called it a mother's primal high.
Yeah, Malaya's the aggressor. I mean, I've done figured that part out. Where his fault is helping cover it all up and setting people on the wrong direction for the searches. So he's still going to get about almost the same route. Now, Malaya's going to be charged with some extra crimes here. Yeah, well, she took the baby and ran. She fled with the baby. And now she'll get charged for kidnapping because her mother has sole custody of that baby. Yeah, hope you're doing good too, love.
Howl of grief, twisted into weaponry by a public that demands answers faster than justice can be done. But others weren't so generous. She let them go. One viral tweet read, "And now they're gone." That's all there is to it. Underneath it, thousands of likes, thousands of blame-soaked replies. And then came the footage. A day after the audio clip leaked, a local man uploaded security camera footage from the Shell station on Route 331. The timestamp reads May 2nd, 5:46 p.m., roughly 1 hour before the children were reported missing. In the video, Daniel Martel stands at the pump, glancing nervously over his shoulder. In the passenger seat, just barely visible through the windshield, a small hand presses against the glass.
They looked very sadly and sickly. They lied. They were both in the back. Talking about the back seat. He was angry. And then goes into talking about mom with the pillows. And then even said that he's a maniac. The party on, then uh, in my room on Friday. I mean, we've and if that's the case, when they say remote area, that pretty well hit it on the head. Mom never wanted to see, hear anything else of me and Jack. Dad came in my room. Mom was bad to Jack. They both did it. Backyard and with a pillow as we lay down. A little. Jack was in the yard and Lily at Deep Point hurt because they were angry. They both deserve felonies. 1 to 2 feet in. Cousin, third party, smothered, a lot of country, big yard, boyfriend at the other house, hidden head. Mom didn't want to see, hear anything else of us. Jack Love, footstep, me, yeah. Family, it's not safe in our home. Jack, something station. Coming home was bad. Yeah, Cody, cousin. I said, I don't want to die. At home, Dad and Mom, yeah, mean. Once he touched with finger. Not good, Jack. I can. Mom, I knew this was going to happen. In the trees, both Jack and Lily. From Rose, I see mud. He enjoyed puzzles. He came in my room. I didn't like it when he was with Lily. Neck. I needed Mom, Lily said. Rose said, I heard them cry. It smells here. Going to be naked. Buried. It's cold. At one point, nearly found. Lily? Okay, Lily. I need Jack. I can't believe this. I do know there is no idea of what was thought of. Yes, I want my mom on my road, yeah, on our land. Jack, yeah, I love that he left his footprint. They already knowed that he was going to screw up. Yeah, me, hey, family, mean as him. Both were. I have been, Jack has been. Uh, it's like a lake, a creek. It was bad at home. Yep, Cody. At home. Dad and mom. So mean. Yes. I mean, you know, what does that tell of a 4-year-old child and a 6-year-old child? I mean, we can't tell spirits what to say. All we can do is ask the question and try our best to jot it down as quick as we can. Could you imagine how they felt inside? Not wanted, not cared about. The only thing was kind of getting showed cared for was the baby. Now Daniel's got to step up to the plate too. Now it ain't just her. Now, yeah, she's the aggressor, and could be the boyfriend as well. But uh, Daniel has done everything he can possibly do to cover for her, and there's nothing else he can do anymore. We're hanging in there, love. No one has searched Uncle's place. Uh, they just found out through the biological dad's mom that Malaya had some family property somewhere from around in that roundabout area. And that's where they found the old well at. So it took 2 or 3 days to get approved to dig that out. And they have found children's teeth and some bone down in there. No, they don't. They have no heart. Yeah, he's evil. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. The love he has for her is twisted, you know, too overbearing kind of deal. Rose said so herself. She said they look very sickly. And then she said they changed color. They were a little blue. And you know what that means. Uh, to that, what biological dad, what was his name? His mama. I watched a thing where his mama was talking today. Nathan or Jason or something. I don't know what it was now. Yeah, apparently that's the only child that was getting any good attention. Yeah, that's about right, Beck, but with just aggression with it. You said it. You said it right there. Yes, Sabina, Cody. Um, what they're not saying is actually saying more than they could by running their mouth 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So they're really just putting their foot in their own mouth. But the dog ain't gonna hunt. Yep, Ted Bundy did. Ted Bundy did pass polygraph. Sure did. So did that cannibal feller that found him a feller off of one of them dating sites. He wanted to be eaten by someone, and they put him in the bathtub and went to work on him. Man, it's so sick out there. Well, yeah. See, thing I don't know, and I'm not sure anybody knows yet. We don't know when that baby Meadow was that her mom got sole custody. I'm would thinking probably prior, just a little bit from when she got with that new boyfriend, because she knows she was fixing to cut out anyway. But I think all hell broke loose that night, and everything went south. And now she can't fix it. She can't bring it back, and this guilt's going to eat her up. And I feel she's the type person that will go to the boundary lines of taking her own life. I've seen people like her plenty of times. But they better hurry because that baby is with her. You know, well, you know, the school had reported them looking sickly and things and dirty, dirty clothes and stuff like that. So CPS has been involved for a long time. Um, one time, he went to school, and I guess it was just some type of odor. I don't know. But come find out, I can't hold me to it, but I think at that same school was another little boy that come to school with filthy clothes on and smelled like urine and all that. And the parent blew up and took the kid out of school and homeschooled it, but really wasn't doing it. And they found out that they had beaten the child to death. Um, but as far as I know, they were still in preschool. So but they hadn't been seen a week prior before this all took place. So whatever happened a week before this. It wasn't even nothing reported for a good full week. Yep. Yep. That's it. I'm tired of listening to her mouth, so we'll go on tend to business here. Going to be reaching out to Jack and Lily Sullivan from Nova Scotia, Canada. If you know them, know of them. Try to help and turn their energy toward me. Jack and Lily Sullivan. Can you hear me, love? Jack and Lily Sullivan from Canada. Can you hear me, love? Wanted grandma. Jack and Lily Sullivan. I'm trying. Jack and Lily Sullivan. Can you tell me, has anyone found where you and Lily are? Jack and Lily Sullivan from Nova Scotia, Canada. Hear me, love. Can you tell me if anyone that you could see over the last couple of days trying to find you and Lily? Trying to find you and Lily. Jack and Lily Sullivan. Have you seen anyone close to you trying to find you over the last couple of days? What? With a truck? Okay. Was there a truck in the yard? Was it on the road? Lily, you're a little older than Jack. I'm gonna ask you a question, and you see if you can answer for me. If you can't, that's fine. Did mom ever take you to another property that had an old house on it.
What?
Did Mom and Daniel ever take you to another property to look at? Dad, can you tell me if wait, Jack and Lily Sullivan, stay focused. Can you tell me if they were a whale on that property? It was cold. Did you and Jack look? Did you wait? Lily and Jack Sullivan, stay focused, love. Did you and Jack look down in that well? Did. Okay. What did you see in there? Can you tell me what you seen in that old well? Jack and Lily Sullivan, stay focused, love. Can you tell me what you seen when you looked in the well? Mom didn't want either of us. People have been trying to search and find you guys. They have felt a few things. Teeth, yes. Yes, teeth. Let you, like nasty you. Jack and Lily Sullivan. Did you and Jack ever get in a well at that old property?
I'm sorry.
I'm not going to listen to nobody but Jack and Lily. Jack, Lily Sullivan, hear me, love. Did you and Jack ever go down in that well? Jack and Lily, Can you tell me, Jack and Lily Sullivan? Can you, Jack? Yes. Can you tell me how your pink blanket got tore? Who tore your blanket? Grandma? Yeah. Did you, Lily Sullivan? Did you ever see a doll in the woods that had your dress on it? You said he gave it to her. Did Daniel put your dress on a doll in the woods? Lily. Lily Sullivan. Can you tell me what Jack is wearing? Lily Sullivan, stay focused, love. Hear me. Can you tell me what Jack is wearing right now? Tied a shirt. She tied a shirt around you. Did someone put you and Jack in a well on that old property? Does Mom and Daniel and Cody know where you and Jack are, Lily? And Mom? Now I'm going to ask this again to get a little bit clearer answer. Lily Sullivan, hear me good. Does Mom, Daniel, and Cody know where you are right now? Stop butting in. Lily Sullivan. Does Mom and Daniel and Cody know where you are right now? Okay. That's the female that's been helping the children speak. Yes, this is hard. Jack and Lily. Jack and Lily Sullivan. Did something happen at home? Did something happen at home? The reason you got taken out of the house? Jack and Lily Sullivan. Can you tell me who Cody is? Were you guys too little to remember Cody? I heard them say that you guys were just babies. Who else? Jack and Lily Sullivan. Who else would have an idea of where you and Jack could be hidden? Do you think Cody has an idea of where? No, they wouldn't together. Okay. See how honest a child is? Does one of your uncles know where you are, Grandma? Yeah. did anyone put you guys in a well? Jack and Lily Sullivan, we need to really know a good location for people to search for you. They have been things found in the woods close to your home. Do you still say that Daniel is faking the direction that you guys really are? Did grandma help him fake this? Did grandma help him fake this? Stay focused, love. So you know Daniel faked this. He knew Jack was wet. Is that why you took the diaper off and tied his shirt around him? Okay. Thank you for that. That's good thinking. Mhm. Jack and Lily, I want to ask you a question from some things that you've told me before. Can you tell me what did they use the pillow for? Or what did Mom or Daniel do with a pillow to you guys? Did. What about to Jack?
What?
To Jack. What did they do with a pillow? What did one of them do with a pillow to Jack? With a pillow. Broke neck. Was, was there a pillow used on Jack as well, Lily? How did Jack get his neck hurt? How did Jack get his neck hurt, Lily? Fell where? That female just said that they were in there too deep, knowing they can't swim. Did Mom or Daniel use the pillow on you while still at home, Lily? While you were asleep? In bed? Lily at deep end. Lily at deep end. Lily, were you and Jack ever struck by Daniel or your mom? I mean, hit. Have you been hit? Well, where was Shanann Watts in a little while? Just wait. Did mom or Daniel ever hit you guys? You said and each other? Hey, Lynn. Jack and Lily, I know it takes a lot of energy to speak, but I've got to ask you this. Answer me the best you can. Were you and Jack ever put in a well that had water and mud in it? Were you at a different place before you went to another piece of property where an old house was? Were you ever at another place before you went to where you are now? Were you ever in that shed on your property there, Lily and Jack? Were you ever in the shed, Jack and Lily? The one there on the property. Did you, Lily and Jack, were you ever able to open the sliding glass door in the trailer? Or did you ever try and it was just too hard? Okay. So it was just too hard for you to open. I guess my dad and my mom got their wish.
Yeah. What? Ow.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, Lily? Talk to me. Just don't pay no attention to anybody else. Just talk to me, love. What do you mean that you guess now that mom and dad got their wish?
That. What? Just
I heard some whispering there. I know what I thought I heard, but can you say it again louder?
oh, hey,
You said cheating. Who's cheating? Was mom cheating on Daniel with a boyfriend?
oil.
Lily, did mom cheat on Daniel? If that happened, how did Daniel react? He pushed who? Jack and Lily, please hear me. What do you mean? What do you mean that mom and dad got their wish? Because we're not here. Yeah. Wanted grandma party. Did it even in the shed. Asked about taking out of the house, going to that other property, to an old house. Yeah, in a truck. Mom and dad. I said, "Have you? Were they a whale on that property?" They said, "Yeah," and right next, she said, it was cold. Did Mom? Mom didn't want either of us. Mom didn't want either of us. They said today that they felt teeth. What kind of coincidence is that? Them saying they didn't want us. And then teeth. Jack, Grandma, yeah. Tied a shirt around him. Yeah. Yep. No Grandma. Yep. He knew. Jack was wet. Yep. Dead. Broken. Then they said neck. In too deep. Can't swim. In bed. With each other. Yeah. I guess Mom and Dad got their wish because we're not there. Now, you could be the dumbest person on earth, or either you can have some common sense about you. If you listen to that, and I'm speaking to the ones in the background, you heard what was said. I repeat what I believe I hear. Skeptics, if you don't want to believe me, pray to the good Lord, He'll give you a gift so you can hear children. And listen to all them cries and begs and screams for help. All I'm here for is to give them a voice. And I'm not going to beat the bushes for anybody that don't like it. If you don't like my content, change the channel. But I'm going to give teens and children and adults a voice, and I don't care who likes it. That's what JSV is. I do my best. I'm not perfect. I miss a lot of things when I first go through it, but when I get done and I go back over it, I hear a lot more than I heard to start with. And y'all would do the same thing if you watched this after this or later on. You would hear more. It's just the way it happens. So yeah, there's a chance that they're in something. It could be a whale. I got on paper the third day, that said Lily was at deep point. Jack was about a foot down. And again, everything that anybody out there comes up with and tries to say, we've already got it. People that are up there in the UK and other countries and this and that, I've got family from all around the world. If you know of a family home where children are being used and abused, report it. Take time to not worry about yourself for a little bit or what someone else is going to think. Not only can you help save a child's life, but probably even your own and some more. I had an incident with a neighbor over here the other day. He was a beating on a woman, and we had just got through talking about when people won't step up and do nothing because they don't want to get involved. Well, if more people got involved, there'd be a lot less children missing because we'd be going at it at a decent time. Time is very crucial, especially for a child. But this nut job over here, when I threw him off the porch, that's all he could do. He crawled back to the doorstep. So, but stuff like that is a drunk and stuff like that. But this here is somebody that is supposed to protect and love these children. Just imagine what they have gone through. Good deal. Every, yeah, it was washed too. Every human being was born with a death angel.
A death
A death angel.
angel. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go get ice cream. I'll be back.
You go ahead and fix me one too.
Sorry,
in the pink one, and really stack it up. I'll be there, man.
All right.
Michael is the one that can either keep you here or carry you on where you need to go so you can cross over. JSV is not only about the paranormal. They are days that we just sit and cut up and carry on, talk about life in general. To me, to them, we're just like family. Uh, and that's the way we take it, and that's the way it's going to be. So the ones that are sitting in the back, you might want to come on in and join the JSV family. One day you might want to hear from a loved one. That's good. That's good. You gotta you may have a mirror that's facing a mirror somewhere in your home. This is getting sadder and sadder by the moment. We will eventually get to the bottom of it. But like I said, we've got this stuff, and now this was new. I mean, we talked about them finding. I played that clip talking about them finding bone and teeth in that well, and what kind of coincidence was it for her to say teeth? Let me tell you about energy. When I walk through a cemetery, I can feel everyone's emotions: sad, happy, scared, confused. The reason I don't like people to lie on the deceased, I told this yesterday, I believe yesterday sometime. I was doing a session for a woman that her sister passed away. And she told me she didn't know how she passed away. And during that session, I like to smother to death. The very words that come to me was COPD. but I couldn't get a word out edgewise. I thought I was fixing to faint. And finally, when I broke, I broke. I got done. I called that woman. I said, "Your session's done. Don't ask for another one." I said, "You ain't nothing but a dadgum lie, and it's come back and biting you in the ass." Not only she was sleeping in the bed with her sister, probably could have helped her by putting her oxygen back in her nose or whatnot. And beat it all, beat it all, she convinced her sister, the one that passed away, while their mom was in a coffin, to take the jewelry off their dad and mom, and then claimed that her sister hid it. Well, that came back and bit her in the butt again too. Uh, Look, I love every one of you, and I've had enough for tonight. Like I said, we'll do that little science deal to show you what that does and how it works with bone and how it works with metal and all that good stuff. So anyway, tomorrow be for a little while just showing some experiment stuff. So I love each and every one of you, and yes, we will call back out to Jack and Lily tomorrow. I love y'all. Thank you for being here, for caring for these babies. I love you.